stirrup properly for you. Sit, put your feet, yeah, there you go. All set, good boy. Hey, I don't need no dog fighting out here. We don't need no dog fighting out here. And on the string. Good. Don't let the forward go. You set up perfectly, but you forgot to not let him walk forward to do the 4/4 yield. Good. Don't let him go forward. Don't let him go forward. Lean back, sit back, ask for this front end to walk around. Yep, put your finger in the string. Oh. Yeah, 4/4 yield there. Don't let him go forward. There you go. Now leave this, there it is. Good job.
Every time you get on, it's a new day.
Yeah. There. Don't let him go forward. There it is. Perfect.
Really?
He said, "What, Mom? What's the matter?" I hear you getting excited. What are you excited about?
You did it.
There.
Okay, you can press. We need to go for a ride. Oh.
You can't even mind. Yeah. Lean back, wait, lead him out, you're blocking him, there you go. Out, straight out, like almost 90 degrees from your arm, this way. Straight out like this. There you go. And don't let him go forward. There it is.
So 90 degrees.
You're just looking to, you're trying to help him find the direction is pivot on the back and the front, so figure out where his feet should go and lead him to that direction.
Okay.
Lean forward.
Okay.
Lean forward. There you go. Now lean back. There it is.
That was it?
Yep.
Really
Just think about when you do that hind quarter yield, when you pick this hand up, think about leaning forward so that you can peek behind your leg and see his hind quarter.
Okay.
And kind of see where your leg's touching on his hip, and slowly
So he'll feel me move. And
Yep.
he'll
He's gonna, once he feels you sit in that position and then start to slide your leg back, he should go, oh, park the front end and walk around behind.
Okay. And then when I come out of it and I want
And then you kind of sit back in the diagonal to the opposite diagonal. So if it was right front, you were hind quarter yielding the hind to the left, and then you sit back on the opposite left hind and just lead him out and see if you can't get him to just pivot around the front end.
Okay.
Peek, yeah, lean forward so you can peek. There you go. There it is. Don't let him go forward. Don't let him go forward. There it is. Almost. It didn't look as, he just pivoted. He moved behind after he did the first step, then he moved off behind to balance himself.
Try to get him so that when I go like this, he knows I'm going to do something. He'll come
That's-
up without the...
He will eventually. If you consistently do, it's either rub him or whatever you want to do. That you want to be consistent with, and just go. You got way too much reins in your hand. Whoa, 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 whoa! You got way too much reins in your hand. There you go. Lean forward and look back. There you go. There it is. Good. Now, don't let him go forward. There it is. Beautiful.
You did it?
You really felt that one, didn't you? You did you almost a full spin.
But you have to feel it to understand that's the muscle part. That's
Yeah.
the movement.
That's the movement. That's when it feels like I said, when it feels like you're sitting on a gate and somebody swings it, you're just going, that you're attached, the back's attached to the post, and you're just swinging, the front end should swing around.
So, tiny. Cool.
Hind quarters on this side. Just lean forward and kind of peek back before you slide your leg back. Just bring those pressures up slow as you can. You know, you bring it up slow. Same thing with neutral lateral. Sometimes you get a little, I'm in a hurry to get it up here. Just go through your motions. Pick your rein up, slide it down. He may walk 6 steps. Oh well. But he feels all that stuff going on, and he knows
So it's smoother to him and more natural rather than the jerkiness.
yeah. Well, and then you go smoothly through your deals and pick up the rein and just kind of slowly bring it back until he's, you know, as he's looking and checking, then you can kind of go to your leg and then you just wait. You're just looking for him to find to figure out what you want before you tell him to do it. You just start to go through the motions. Again, just like rubbing there before you tap him, it doesn't mean anything at first, but pretty soon he's starting to go, oh, I think it starts getting him thinking about, oh, and he slows down, he's eating, and he keeps his head down, but he walks forward maybe, and then tap him, second tap, and then his head comes up. But every day you do it, you're consistent. He's just going to go, let me just give you what you want. And same thing when you do you get your neutral lateral, you pull that in, and then you just slowly transfer your weight and shift up, and he's going to start feeling all that, and then there won't be any need for the ring. Once he goes, oh, I know what you're doing, you just shift your weight. He's like, okay, and you shift your weight, start to pick your hand up, and he goes, oh, he beats you to it, and that's when you know you're getting somewhere. Because in the end, when you do the dressage stuff, you're just barely manipulating the reins, and that should all mean something to him. You should go, oh, that's a signal to do X, Y, or Z.
You can really tell the difference. I was watching some of the shows, and I told Patty, "Go, what is that? I thought you weren't supposed to show that you're doing something." When people had their legs all over on the horse, flapping up and down, doing stuff to do this sideways thing. She goes, "Well, they're not." I just thought because they were in that show, in that class, that they were really good.
Yeah. They fake it and try to hurry up and go to the next class and not get all their foundation strong. So then all of a sudden it starts leaking out in the bigger stuff, and then the horse gets fried because they expect him to be level 4 or 5, whatever it is, and he didn't really understand level 2 and 3. And just like math, well, when we moved from Denver to Colorado Springs, they were about 2 chapters ahead in the algebra book, and I just couldn't get caught up because I missed the rules of the earlier stuff than the next harder set of equations and the next harder, and I had to go back and had to go through it and really figure out what the equations were so that I wasn't struggling every time when I saw this new equation I didn't know anything about. Just like going to college and signing up for the 2 number classes before taking. Straight up with your hand. There you go. Hand back on the string. Nice. Whoop, whoop. Where'd your hand go? Where'd your hand? Where's your hand? Your hand was way back here. I don't know what you're asking for. There you go. Lean back now. Don't let him walk forward. There it is. Yahoo!
Get backed up there.
The good grass was behind him. Whoops. Too many forward steps. But you did that perfectly. You just kind of took your time, and eventually, you know, it won't take so much time because you've done it so many times. You can just flip it up there, and then still add the pressure slow. But you can get in position quicker as you start doing that.
Feedback on making sure I do every piece of it, but smoother and not jerky.
Yeah, that just gives him a chance to go, I know what you're going to say, and try to fill in the blank for you.
I would think too, if you're jerky or whatever, it makes him more likely to resist it or brace himself.
Bracey, and once they get brace in the mind, and then it's all of a sudden they're like, God, you could just ask me and I'd do it. Just like if if your best friend was starting to order you around without, just grab you, out, we're going over here, out, we're going over here. There it is. Don't let him go forward. Yep, there you go. Don't let him go forward. There you go. That was close.
That reminds me, and I could be totally off, the moves that the barrel racers make when they get to the barrel.
Yeah.
Trying to move them around and.
Yeah. Again.
I mean,
the barrels it's such an easy pattern to set up that again you shouldn't need to steer at all. You shouldn't need to all the yeah kicking they do. That's all causes brace in the ribs. Now they're going, oh, you're going to kick me there, so I'm going to keep my ribs tight. I can't expand and contract my ribs and really stride out.
It's part of the culture.
Yep.
Of the sport.
Hmm.
You know.
But there's 2 or 3 gals that have made it to the national finals that were pretty good horsewomen, that understood how horses think, and their legs were still and straight the whole time. You know, they were clucking and asking, but they weren't just kicking, because all that kicking does.
If they don't brace, they use more of that energy to go so.
In the proper, yeah, they're not. And most of those horses are so keyed up that they just, I don't know if you've ever seen them, they can't hardly shut them down. After they do the barrel pattern and head out the arena, then they're like, oh, 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 the horse's head's slinging, and it's ugly. They have to have somebody lead them into the arena because they can't ride their horse into the arena because he's so jacked up. And nobody sees anything about it. They think rodeo, the bucking, the livestock that they use in the rodeo has a bad day, has a hard time. It's the horses that are ridden by people that are probably the most abused out of all the animals in the rodeo.
So the bucking horses aren't abused?
No, they work 8 seconds. They're 8 seconds out of 8 seconds a week. Well, they live with other horses and they get fed good, and as far as they're concerned, it's a way better life. If they had to switch over to the other and getting their head tied down and jerk on their mouth all the time.
Do they have to teach them to go?
No.
Or do they just take horses that have a tendency to...
They have that tendency.
They put the stuff under them to make it...
And then it makes that uncomfortable so that they want to kick up. That doesn't make them buck, it just makes them want to kick and get it off.
But they probably know if they've been doing it a while that...
Yeah, they'll develop a pattern, and the stock contractor... The stock contractor will tell you what he's apt to do, and other guys that have rode him before say, oh, he does this or X, Y, or Z. Same with the bulls. They have tendencies that they'll do, but you don't want to count on that, because if you're setting a trap, they'll feel that and drop you right off into it.
I lost my opportunity there. He's got to grab like 5 bites.
And again, same thing on that deal. Once you know he knows it, go ahead and finish your... By your horn. Where's that hand? Where's your hand? Hand needs to be up by your horn. Up by your horn. There it is.
Oh, I get it.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Hind quarter, forequarter yield. Don't let him go forward. Stop his forward. Stop the forward. Get that outside leg. Do one more. Outside leg. Stop the forward. Now add the outside leg. There it is. Beautiful.
I don't think I was leaning back enough. He's got grass brakes.
Now again, remember with that, now that he knows to get his head up with that, give him a rub, give him a light tap, and then get pretty strong from there.
Okay.
So that it'll start to collapse the amount of time that he thinks he can just wear that pressure of you slapping him on the neck until it gets stiff enough where he needs to.
This will be his good boy rub back here.
Yeah.
And that'll be the rub to pay attention. Oh, I wonder if that's one of those Air Force planes up here, because I guess it's not far from
Yeah,
the
we get
airport.
them flying over here pretty
they
often.
fly over the farm all the time and even over our house. But
They got really low the other day. They were just above the treetops. They're loud.
practicing.
Oops, he's confused. Hang on. Just hold on to it. Push with the hind. Push the hind. Don't let him go forward. There it is. Now your forequarter yield's way better than your hind quarter. The hind quarter wasn't very good, but the forequarter did it.
With the hind quarter that I could have improved on.
He was kind of wallering a little bit forward. You could have stopped that, and then you were kind of unsure where you were sitting.
Okay, all right.
And you
So
didn't.
it's
You
supposed to
didn't.
be this way for the hind quarter,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. Up even more, so you're peeking down over your shoulder to the hind. Yeah, just like that. Or under your shoulder, I guess.
Boy. Good boy, Emilio. Good boy, you're a good grass eater.
Save some mowing charges.
Yeah, I finally saw a Patty said because the coyotes get them, you have to have guard dogs, and then she said the other thing is that donkeys are good guards.
In Florida, every cow herd has at least a couple donkeys in it.
The real donkeys, not the.
No, they're little ones. Yeah, they all say they keep the coyotes away. I've never experienced it personally, but it wouldn't surprise me. They're more of a thinking animal than a. Yeah, they're still a prey species, but they think more than they. So their first response isn't just let's run and get out of here. It's what is that? Is that something we should run from, or something we should confront?
Mules like that too?
Yeah.
So mules are a thinker?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why people say stubborn is a mule, because they're thinking and
they figure out how to frustrate. They figure out how to frustrate you right away. If you don't ask properly and nice, they'll go, I can just do this. There ain't nothing you can do about it. But properly trained, man, I wouldn't ride anything other than a mule. A mule that was under steady stuff, especially in mountains, they can go up and down anything. They're like goats.
At the stable I was at, there was a person there. She was the only person that fell off the Grand Canyon on a mule.
Oof.
I guess he was tired. They'd been working him too much, and he slipped, going, I don't know if it was going up or down, and fell over down to the next road.
Ooh.
With her on him. And she was airlifted out and was in rehab a long time. Luckily she didn't have any, permanent disability from it.
I've seen those videos on YouTube, worse than the Grand Canyon, where they're riding the narrow ridge on top of a mountain and stuff. And I mean, those mules just act like it's nothing, but man, you look down and
I wouldn't want to do that.
I would, but I think I'd stay puckered pretty good. Now tag him good. Tag him good. Yep, you go. There. 4 quarters. Nice. That was beautiful. That was perfect. Yeah. He stepped under, all the way under with this foot under this leg to step across. He says, I know not to go forward.
Good boy. This is your good boy. It's a rub on your tush. Good boy. Notice I haven't been doing any patting?
You did once.
Good boy. We got to do the other side.
That was nice. Starting to read your signals. Nice. 4 quarters. I'll let him go. Oh, that was a good catch. Good catch. One more time. There it is. Feel him sit back.
And the goal is they should be working off their hind.
Yep.
That's the goal of.
Yep.
Is that what you call self-carriage, or,
yep.
Or their strength in the hindquarters? You want them
Then they'll be able to carry themselves easier, and then they're not dumping the weight on the front end, and they don't stumble as much because they're kind of got they're stepping up underneath with their back end a little more, and kind of being a little lighter on the front end with because they're ready to go, kind of like being on your toes all the time.
That when Susie was here for the clinic, different riders were riding, and a guy that was a trainer. He had a warm blood that he'd been working with him and his wife. They're trainers, I guess. But that's the feedback she gave, because he was really overdeveloped in the front, like really big. And the coaching she was giving him, he was there to get coaching from her, was the way that he was riding the horse. It wasn't
from the back.
It was for the front, because this horse was He's really, but he was like a muscle builder.
Yeah.
But too much on the front.
Yeah, he's building the bicep muscles and
Yeah.
not working the
And
tricep
I don't
muscle.
know, he used to be, I guess, a reining trainer. And I don't know how that happened. Anyway, that was one thing Susie told him as she was coaching him.
Reining trainers, they really want their horses on their back end.
Oh.
I mean, any performance, I can't think of any performance that they don't, that know what they're doing, that don't emphasize collecting that core and getting that hind quarter strong. You're almost getting tired of eating grass, aren't you? Ah. Nice. I'll let him go forward. There it is. Oop. Stepped out behind just a hair at the end.
Good boy, Emilio. Good boy.
Very calm and comfortable he looks.
I wish I had taken a picture that day that we were in where the inside was, and he was standing there so relaxed. Just, you could tell by his eye and his head.
Good. Good. 4 quarters. Beautiful. That was a really good one.
Good boy, Emilio. Good boy. Is that horse getting better than one that had the snotty nose?
Yeah, a lot better. They're all getting the first one that has it. He's completely. I could probably start back to training on him.
So it just stayed in this little group here?
Yeah.
That's lucky.
Now this time, after you do a 4 quarter, you'll try to, after you get it, walk off at least 3 or 4 strides, so he doesn't just think, "Oh, I did that right." I go dive back to eat.
Okay.
She got you that time. Use your thinker. Use your thinker. There it is. There's good. 4 quarters. So let him go forward. Outside leg on. Leg on. Keep pushing with that leg. Yep, there you go. Don't let him go forward. There it is. Almost. Keep going. There it is, coming up. He's lining up for it. Oh, he's walking forward. Yep, there you go.
Because what are you doing?
There it is. He did a tiny step.
So what was I doing there that I could improve on?
Your leg wasn't consistent. It was kind of all over the place. Yeah. It's like I said, as soon as you sit that out, you're kind of sitting back here and then pushing that leg. That leg stays on.
Okay.
Your leg was just kind of off and on and inconsistent. He didn't quite understand.
What are you doing? What do you want me to do?
Good. 4/4 yield. Oh, stop that forward first. Stop the forward. There it is. There it is. Nice. Beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Use this inside leg over here. Push his hips out just a little as you're doing that. There you go.
My inside leg?
Yeah. Now that you're doing something different, you don't need it.
You gotta hold still. Hold still. Oh, geez. Make me dizzy. What was I doing wrong there?
You weren't doing anything wrong, but as you were walking in a circle, you could have helped him shape his body by adding a little leg and less rein.
Outside leg?
No, the inside. So you're trying to, as he's going around
So
the
I'm
turn.
moving his ribs in, like at a bend and then letting go. Okay, I get it. So how do you decide what races to race horses in?
Well, you got to start out. First race is a maiden race, or they have different levels of maiden races, but they have to run in a race against horses that haven't won a race yet. So there's a lot of those.
And so what track? I mean, you decide on track?
Yeah, depending on their talent level. If they're not very good, they're okay. Then we'd probably keep these ones just in Arkansas because they get to run against other Arkansas breds, which are probably not as well bred as Kentucky horses or Florida horses or New York horses. So you get to stay away from the potential higher talented horses that way. And then if they're any good, then you can go keep moving up the ladder.
Up and around, broaden your horizon.
Yeah. If they're really good, then you can go anywhere where the bigger stakes races are. You can go run in those.
Here they come.
Starting to get it. There it is.
Did you guys like that?
I said, I know how to do that. Raffy's headed to the woods. Raffy's headed to the woods. That was really good grab. Let me tell you. Lean forward, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. There you go. There it is.
And then,
Lean back. Stop the forward.
oh, my leg.
Stop the forward. There it is. Ta-da!
It's amazing you got to have all the points right. Your points right for that to happen. Good boy, Emilio. Good boy.
Nice. That's good. 4/4. Wow. That was really good.
Just do it right?
Did you see it? You felt it. You'll see it. That was really good. Really good on both sides.
This is where I rub in for good boy, and this is where I'm going to rub in for get your head up. Look at Rocky looking up. He's looking in the trees.
Them squirrels better be behaving.
So he's a sight dog
Yeah.
instead of a scent dog. My Labrador was a total scent dog. Everything was about the nose. Nose to the ground.
Oh.
Let's do this.
Good. Stop the forward. There it is. Perfect. Perfect.
I like it when you say perfect. Good boy, Emilio. Good boy. Good boy.
Good. 4/4. There it is. There it is. Beautiful.
Good boy, Emilio.
Now, one little thing I want to critique. You actually, the first time you picked up that neutrolateral, you were at the right length, a better length, and then you went and kind of shortened it up, and that's almost too tight for him. That's kind of why he's kind of misunderstanding.
Okay, too tight. Okay. So it just should be
Yeah.
Not too heavy a pressure.
Yeah. Well, you just when you were this short on the reins, that's a little too much.
Okay.
Like about here's better, and like we
Okay.
can mark those later if we still.
Okay.
Like I say, the best way to get
Like
get that right, if you just
yeah,
raise
that's
that all
right.
the way, then you're.
I did pull them up and do it. I reached for it. I was trying to get it before he did another dot. I was.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay. I missed that. I didn't do that step. The lifting it up.
Yeah. Yeah, without marks on the reins, that'll keep you more consistent on where you're reaching to. And if you do happen to grab it too short, then you can always just let it slide a little bit there as you get it set.
I can do that step where you pull them up like that. To do without pulling on his head and getting him.
Well, you as soon as he stops eating, you can pick up the rein and start asking for something. Okay. So you're just a little bit behind. Now, whoop. Just a little bit.
Okay,
Put on your leg. Stop the forward. You don't have a string. There you go. There it is. 4/4. There it is. Yeah, I'll do it right if it means go back to eating.
So where will you race the red horse?
Probably going to be Louisiana, just because he's 6 years old. Once they're if they're 7 and haven't broken their maiden, most racetracks won't let them race there anymore. So.
So he only got to. So
I only got till December.
He got kicked out of the race because he went all the way to the side. Is that why he got?
Well, they stopped on him because they couldn't figure out how to build his confidence to be able to do that.
Oh.
So he's actually somewhat talented, but I'm running out of time. I got a lot of fitness to get built into him, and we don't have the facilities to do it, and we're just trying to figure it out the best we can.
So do you ride him out in the field?
Yeah.
Is that Sunny?
Yeah, the red horse.
I saw videos of you doing Sunny up on Sunny on the Savvy Racing Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And then he got a virus?
He got that virus, and his foot was bothering him, so we stopped on all that. And now he seems like he's a lot better. He was nicking for his food yesterday, I think, so that's a good sign. Very good. Nice.
Does that look like I'm getting it?
Yep. Doodly-doo. There's a sunny boy. Better get a picture of the sunny boy. That's not your good side. Sunny boy. That's my son.
Can you tell if a horse doesn't want to be a racehorse?
Yeah. But the whole idea is if you build their trust and confidence in you, trust and respect in you, then they'll do whatever it is you want them to do. Some horses aren't that talented, and some horses just like to go, and some horses like the introverted horses that aren't going to be as happy to go. They're usually a little more thinking. So once they realize if all I have to do is go a little bit, 2-minute race is 1.25 miles. That's one of the longest in the country. So less than 2 minutes of full exertion a week or a month or whatever it is. It's not a big price to pay for all the good stuff we do for them.
Well, how often can, how they always talk about the Triple Crown, how there's too much compressed time?
Yeah.
So how much can you really?
If your horse is physically fit, mentally and emotionally fit too, yeah, you can run every weekend. It's because they're not fit. They go out, they might go full speed 5/8 of a mile before they run a mile race, but they've never run a practice going full speed for a full mile. So here now you're going out there competing at a distance way farther than you've ever been before at full speed, and it just stresses their system, and now they're going, I don't know if I wanted anything to do with.
Back to the mind-body fitness.
Yep. And if they're emotionally fit, then they're not anxious the whole time they're there. They understand the job, stay relaxed, do the job, get back to relaxed comfort. If they understand that, then it's not going to be a chore to be a racehorse.
Good boy, this master of the universe. It's Emilio.
Stop the forward. Stop the forward. There it is. Nice. Very nice.
Good boy, Emilio. Well, I'm starting to get a feel for what it is.
Yeah.
It was that front thing that I wasn't getting. I was trying to get the motion, what it is moving.
Yeah. You got it now. Like I said, once you realize where to block, you can feel him starting to lean or leak out in a place that the door is blocked, and you can kind of shut that door even more. Go no, and then ask again. Start.
I'm starting to understand about the doors. Patty talks a lot about that too. About the open door, you shut the door. So I hear her talking in conversation with other people. So part of it's just learning the lingo.
And that's the same thing. Legs closing the door, legs opening the door.
Good boy, Emilio. Good boy.
Yeah, racehorse, the easiest day of the week should be his race day. You'd be thinking, I can't wait for race day because I don't have to do that much.
Oh.
Every other day we've got to train hard.
So the extroverts like to go?
Yep.
So was Justify an American Pharaoh extrovert?
I don't know. Probably Justify might have been. I didn't know. I didn't get to see enough of American Pharaoh.
That was just like over the top happiness when somebody finally won the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Though. It was like, finally!
I wasn't that happy. I wanted to be the first to do it in the 45 years.
You can still do it.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, once if I'm right about all this, and once we get the horses through the program, it'll be every year. Especially the Belmont 1.5 mile race.
How do you qualify for the Kentucky Derby? Do you have to win some other race?
Yep. You got to win, or
like
they got a point.
Here at Hot Springs.
Yeah. You get so many points for different races leading up to the. So first, second, and third. Some races are 50 points to the first, 20 points to second, 10 to third, and some smaller, big races are maybe only 10 or 15 points to the winner and on down. Now go forward. There it is. 4/4 yield. Sit back. There it is. Ha ha. Nice.
Is that how you get horses to spin?
Yep. That's the first step to spin.
Seems like that's what do current horses do? That reining horses?
Yeah. Reining and rein cow horses, they all do it.
So these are the basics.
Foundation.
It builds on.
Foundation. You can get one step in the right direction, perfectly postured, then you just reward that, and then go. Once they got it really good, then you just, can we do two? And then can we do three? Once they understand it, they just go, oh, it's just stepping under, pivoting on that hind, loading up the hind, and spinning yourself around.
So he's doing it today without me having spurs on.
Yep. And I don't think I ever get to the spurs on him either. He's always, today he was almost off the weight shift. He was getting, oh, I know that, and I had all the other, I could feel him, try this, and I had him all blocked, and he just went, oh, okay, just fell right into it.
Well, I think it's probably him having the confidence too that he's in a place that people aren't wacko.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit at a time, and
Yep.
I guess it's the credibility. It's having credibility with the horse too.
Yep. Well, you just think, how many years of school did we have to go through to get it? I mean, every day was just a little bit more. People think horses are so much smarter. They're trying to jam everything into them without understanding them. You can make them do it, but if they don't understand what they're doing, then they're going to, eventually all that energy is going to leak out somewhere, and they're just going to brace and be harder to understand than they are if they understood each step. And just like learning to read, you had to learn your alphabet first. Then you had to understand the difference between vowels and consonants, and you know the right answer, silly pony. This leg off. There you go.
Oh yeah, because that's shutting the door.
Yep. There it is. Stop forward.
Oh, yeah, stop it.
There it is. Ta-da.
You want to go for a walk? Are you doing a pupil still? What are you doing?
Trying to figure out what you want to do.
He was like, are you going to really pay attention to me? Like, he goes, well, if you're not going to take the opportunity, I'm just going to go back to eating grass.
And one more thing, when you're a neutralateral, you have your hands up on the saddle horn, but you still have the string, so you're putting pressure on the string there. That's the one.
Oh, don't put pressure on
not on neutralateral.
Okay.
Not until you get to the
It's only on the
yields, hindquarter and forequarter yields.
That was.
I don't know if I was confusing him a little bit or not.
It might have been confusing him. Good boy, Emilio. Which side did we do that? The left?
I think you did the left.
So I could drop the string for the neutral lateral, right?
You can still have it on there. I mean, it's nice to always have.
Just
Yeah.
don't tighten it, okay.
That was nice.
I wasn't pulling on it.
That was good.
Okay.
Hindquarter. Stop the forward. Don't let him go forward. There it is. Nice. Forequarters. Forequarters. There it is. Nice. That was really good.
Oh, Emilio, you're a genius. Are you paying attention to me or are you pooping? You're paying attention to me?
You're talking. I think
We
maybe
should
you have a
get my-
cookie.
We should get my sunglasses. Can we do that? Let's try and walk down the road. Can you do that? Like we're really
Oh, they're down there.
No. Come on. Oh yeah, don't pinch. When we went to Wellington to this other place, Patty rode a horse there. The girls that brought out the sales horses kept doing that. They kept flapping their legs. And she said that kind of deadened them.
Yeah. That's the same. It's like pulling on their mouth all the time.
Is this a
The top one is.
Oh, I won't go in and get my glasses.
Actually, not the top one, the one on the inside of the fence, you couldn't touch it unless you tried. It's on the other side of the fence. All the
I'll let you get.
Okay.
After you told me the story about the electrify.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's almost perfect.
Emilio, we got it to her for graduation.
Drop your reins, son. Drop your reins.
We have to have a
Oop, that one didn't work.
we have to have a Facebook picture for Team Emilio. Good boy, Emilio. So when the babies all come a week apart, then are you going to put them all out together?
Yeah.
So it'll be a nursery.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Nice. 4 quarters. Up, the other way. The other way.
Oh, that was my fault.
Okay.
I let go of the string.
You're supposed to do 4 quarters that way anyway.
Oh! You're right. I got totally discombobulated. My fault. I'm sorry, Emilio.
Now reach down here and just look. Just because this one has that tip on it, if it's,
If he steps on it, it'll
Yeah.
pull it out of my hand.
well, if he steps on it, it'll pull on his mouth and he'll.
So that's the kind of bit I should get?
That's what I would get until
take
for your foundation stuff, and then
We can use the other one when we get
when you
water size and stuff. So I'll take a picture of it,
okay.
or you can just tell me what it is.
I
'Cause
can.
it'll go on and I'll get a bridle for it that doesn't have the nose tied in. Raphael, you're so responsive. As soon as I looked at him, he comes trotting over to me. See what was up?
I'm watching the clock. You guys done yet? Hup, hup. Oh, that wasn't a very good jump. No, let's do that again. Hup. There it is. Jeez.
Boy.
You're a silly dog. You silly dog.
He's a good boy.
Uh-oh.
You're
Found a
right.
tick.
Bronco.
That's not a tick.
I think we need to try this one again because I messed it up. Good boy. Oh, I have my phone. Do a hindquarter, you. One more.
There, good.
Okay.
4 quarters. Lean on the other hind leg. There you go.
I think Teresa was telling me that Bronco got jumped on the beach in Del Mar.
Yeah,
And it changed him.
yep.
Where I kept my horse in San Diego, it was a small horse town called Bonita.
Yep.
And we had mixed use trails, so you had joggers, bikes, horses, and dogs on a leash. But occasionally they have these unneutered pit bulls that get out, or people don't keep them. And the biggest fear, and a few horses were attacked.
Wow.
It was really scary, yeah. That was always my biggest thing. 'Cause some of these dogs are really big.
They had some cool trails up around Rancho Santa Fe that
Yep. Really cool. Yeah, we had all groomed trails. You walk right out of the barn across the creek on a bridge. There's a golf course, groomed trails, miles and miles, and then you go up a little hill and there's a big reservoir, and you could ride for miles. So there was a lot of activity on the trails. It was really fun. Okay, we got to do the other side so we're balanced. I want him to get the hint when I do that.
And he's starting to figure it out that you're going to be, when you start doing that, the next thing's probably coming.
I know I pulled on Lilo there, but come on.
It's all right. He hadn't got to the grass yet.
Is that too long?
Nope, that's perfect. It may be a hair long, but it's still, he still knows what the answer is.
Hindquarter yield. Oh yeah. Emilio.
You're leaning off the wrong side. Lean, yep, on that inside foot. Pick up your range, stop the forward. Oop, start again.
What was I doing? Was it too long?
It was a hair too long, but when you're sitting off to this side when you're asking for this, where you need to be.
Oh, I need to be forward.
Forward, and looking back under your shoulder.
Help it bend.
Yeah.
Help shape it. I'm sorry, Emilio.
That was nice.
Oh, I'm holding on this thing. That's why
There you
he's
go.
doing it.
There you go. Hind quarter. Don't let him go forward. There, you don't let him go forward. Use a string.
Oh.
There it is. 4/4 yield. There it is.
Well, the one time you don't do one step, it gets all messed up. Good boy, Emilio. Yeah, the reason why he wouldn't stop is because I was pulling on that string again for that.
Yeah.
Neutral arrow.
He's a good dog. Nice. Good. There it is. You're really picking up your reins nice and soft, politely. He likes that. No, good dog. You need more belly rub. You need more belly rub. Oh, good dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog.
That's my opportunity.
Don't let him go forward. There it is. Nice. Good job. There it is. Feel it?
My foot wasn't consistent. It wasn't
Yeah.
in the right place.
But you felt it there. He did it perfect.
Yeah, I didn't have this leg in the right place until I did, and then he did it.
Funny how that works.
So that was my bad. Good boy, Emilio. Good boy.
That's the other good thing about this program. It lends itself to you blaming yourself rather than blaming the horse. If you didn't ask him right, you can go, oh,
Yeah.
or most people don't want to blame themselves. They like to blame the horse.
I would always take the hit for it. Well, I don't know. There for a while, I didn't understand. I was baffled.
Yeah.
When things started to go south, because I was trying to figure out what went wrong, and then I thought it was Susie. I thought it was, and then he was fine until he wasn't.
Yeah.
Now I get it. He just was done. He voted me off the pedestal, and like you said, he was frustrating me. Can they fake like they're limping or something to get out of something?
I've seen racehorses do it. I mean, I've been on them. As you're going to the track, they're kind of lethargic and kind of put a limp or something. You turn around and they're happy to go, so the adrenaline comes up.
You think they can fake
I
out on that?
I don't know. I think when adrenaline comes up, then it takes care of the pain. They're happy. They're going home, so now they're excited, so you don't feel this unsoundness. And then when you start heading them, and then they start telling you the truth. This is really bothering me. I don't know if they can really fake it, but what it looks like faking it, because as you're going to the barn, they're happy and they're sound, and you're going to the track, they're going, oh, I'm limping around here. So they probably are sore, and probably a lot more than that. Probably got ulcers, probably got a lot of negative energy towards going to the track, because it's never any fun for them.
That's when he started acting pissy and stuff in the cross ties when I was to saddle. We started him on aloe vera juice in his food, because Kai says, well, maybe he's starting aloe. But we were trying to give him the benefit of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't see why he'd be pissy to me. Oh, look at that. Is that a stick or a bone?
Did you get a stick? Bring it. Bring it.
Both Linda and Teresa said he's a kind horse.
Yeah.
He is a kind horse. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. Good boy.
That was a really good one. 4/4. Man, he's getting it now.
No, I'm getting
That's true too. That's also true.
We'll see if this time I can get him to walk off. We'll walk. So that would be, so if I do the 4/4 yield this way, then the transition would be walking that way.
Yeah.
Good boy. I guess in dressage, and I don't know other sports, but the transitions are a big deal.
Yeah. And that's
Up
what's
and down.
that's hardest for horses. Hell, transitions are hard for humans. I mean, move here, move there, start a new job. It's all transitions. Transitions are hard. But once they understand, that's all it is a transition up or down. This part of the signal.
You are a genius. Like Brenda said, you're a genius. Did you do it?
Yep, 4/4. Do your 4/4 now. If he, yeah, not really. He's kind of fumbling around there.
That was my fault.
Where's your ball?
Gotta try that side one more time, Emilio. One thing I have to remember is when I'm sitting in the saddle is not to be on my toes. I gotta keep my heels down. I tend to perch up.
Yeah.
And I need to keep them down. Good boy, Emilio. Gotta get this other side perfect.
There it is.
I put her yoke.
Nice. That was good. There it is.
Now.
Yep. Keep pulling. Oh, you could have kept that pressure on. See if you could keep him off the grass. But
Oh, what before you?
yeah, once you start your pressure, then before you hit the grass, then you're allowed to keep picking him back up.
Okay. So that's.
But if he got to the grass, you don't want to pull his head up.
Okay, I get it. Okay, so let's do the other side. Perfect. Good boy, Emilio. I want to get into the transition of walking.
Hey, babe. Oh, we're almost done. Okay. That was good. 4 quarters. 4 quarters. There, that was good too. Ta-da, there you go. Yep. Coming unfed again.
Seems like his feet were tender on those
Yeah.
gravel.
A little bit they might have been.
Okay, now remember, this is the signal you like. Remember you got me off? You moved your feet and got me off? You're a good boy. You're a genius. A genius. He's the smartest horse. It's Emilio Fisher. Okay, now you stay here. I'm going to go get your halter. Stay right there. Don't mueve.
Hey. I'm gonna take this silly bit out of your mouth.
Here, baby. Here, I got a cookie for you. Let me see. I was doing the purple one. Oh yeah, this is a different weight than the purple one. That's it through. And then like, oh, there's
Let me help you. There you go.
like this.
Pinch this. You want to go, you can go around, yep, around there into there. Perfect.
Oh, you're so good. You're so good. You did it perfect. I see what you were doing. You do know what you're doing. Good. I know. I know. Yeah, were those rocks hard on your back too? Because you don't have shoes on your back. So if you're working on the hind, you have